coaches. Welcome back to Bigs Rule the World. Got a little music intro there. Hopefully it went off without a hitch there. A little Taco Tuesday. We're actually probably working this on Thursday. We played around with our schedule a little bit. Saw you guys that instead of releasing the videos 2 in one day, we're going to try to split up and do a Tuesday, Thursday special, sort of have you give you the ability to get your offensive line game plan on 2 nights a week now. So I want to welcome you back to Bigs Rule the World. We're continuing our Wing T deep dive. We are going in today to the Buck sweep. And if you know anything about Wing T football or just modern day spread football, if you really want to be honest about it, you've seen the Buck sweep play a lot. I'm going to tell you right now, when I was studying this play, went a lot into Clemson and Auburn. You know, 2 big name schools that sort of give us an idea of where the Buck sweep's coming from. Now, the Buck sweep, just like any Wing T play, comes off of a series. Okay? Everything's supposed to look similar. So we've been talking before with the belly, with everything else, how our halfback is going to continue this line of track. Okay, when we run the belly or we run the down, he's continuing that line of trek right there to pull people with the sweep, okay? We've been doing that before with the belly and with the down. But now we're coming out, we're going sweep, put my wing back in there, and let's talk about it, all right? So let's say we draw up a 4-3 to start. Over. Corner right there. We'll put the corner out there. So, all right. So what our Buck sweep play is here is we're getting the lateral run here. We like to give a fake handoff. If you look at anything that like Gus Malzahn will do, or if you look at some of the stuff that Clemson's done, they like to give that fake handoff to pull. And then now we're coming back with the Buck sweep handoff right there. Okay? Majority of the stuff that I've seen, we're going to get down block, pull in. The first guard is going to pull and kick, okay? So we're getting a pull and a kick. I want to make it more of a flatter pull when I draw it. You know, offensive line guys will probably know this. You do different types of pulls. I just want to draw it. It's more of a flat down the line pull, and then we're going to kick out in man on line of scrimmage. And then we're blocking back here, pulling around. Now, I've seen a couple different things. I've seen some guys pull and then turn up for linebacker right past the center. Majority of the guys that I've studied, though, are pulling and they're wrapping around for outside linebacker safety help right there. Okay, that's their goal, and this tackle's going to cut off. All right, and there's your initial Buck sweep blocking. Okay, and the back's track is to get to the sideline and then turn up. So you're sort of having this idea. It's a very cool play because you're sort of having this idea. It's very similar to power. It's very similar to the different plays we've been talking about. I personally love the play. We had it some out of our 20 personnel. Now, I've seen a couple different tangents on how, you know, we adjust versus certain fronts. And I'm trying to pull up my notes. You know, I take my notes on my computer, and then I have to go back to them, and I apologize about that. But, you know, I've seen a couple different notes where, you know, one note said if they got an under front, wing. Set back up for you. If they got an under front, this is how they would block it. Okay. But they would actually get the down block here, pull the tackle so they can have that down block with the center right there. I'd love to get some Wing T coaches commenting in the Love to get some coaches to come in and help me out there. Are you really going to pull the tackle on that play? I've heard guys saying I'm going to pull whoever's uncovered. All right. Now, it makes sense to pull that way and then wrap around that way. That makes sense, okay? Auburn has done some stuff that I like if we get into the bastardization of the play just a little bit. Okay. I like what Auburn does with their Y or tight end here. So Auburn would be more out of the gun. Okay. They'll give me an H. And then they'll give me this nasty Y look, okay? This is one of the things I loved about the play. So let's say here, we get a corner. Let's put a Z out there. X. Back. Yep. Okay. So let's say this is what we would call back when I was coaching at Chatham. This would be our H trips formation. I actually love this adaptation on how to block it. So let's say we get a 4-3. Say we pull safety over the middle and we play this safety down more, okay? So they would actually motion this Y in because he's off. And now he's going to come down, bang. The H is going to have you sort of stoning him right here. Get the down block. The Z is going to crack on that safety right there. Okay, you see what we're seeing now? We're getting this little alleyway here. That's where that guard comes, and he's kicking out that corner. All right, block back. This is where I think you can get into the, do you want to turn up in here? Okay, because we block much sweep like that out of our 20 personnel. Or do you want to come all the way around and sort of make him come through the trash? Because this Mike's going to be fighting through this world of trash right here. And then we're sort of blocking back here. And a lot of stuff I saw with Auburn, they love to hold him with like a fake handoff or something like that. What we would do when we ran our buck sweep, we ran our buck sweep primarily in 2018. So if you know anything about me, I've talked about it before. I'm not primarily a wing tee guy. Last 2 years, I've been an air raid guy, in all honesty. You know, but we don't run air raid type run game because, you know, excuse me how, mommy, I like to get, look, I don't like to play soft when it comes to running the ball. So our 20 personnel is what we would use, okay? So I would use that H-back as my tight end down block here. So this is what I liked, okay? So I mostly like just getting bodies on bodies, okay? If I wanted to run what we would call 28 buck, all right, quarterback's just holding and pulling off the end, okay? And then this is when you can get into your buck sweep RPO. You can have my Y would be my number one guy generally. So if he wanted to come out on a slant or something, I could do my 28 buck sweep RPO, okay? The 28 buck for us, I'm going to put that forward front back up there. Okay. We're being true to it. He's probably pulled over more with the Y. So now, down block, down block. I had him blocking him one-on-one, but given what I've seen now, I like that darn crack exchange right there. I'm sorry. I just love it. I love having that crack exchange, telling your play side guard. That's one of the good things, you know, I picked up that I love in our blocking scheme where you can take that guard and you can put him on a corner right now and then have that Z come down and crack. Because to me now, instead of having a stalemate kind of here and this guard have to wrap and turn around, now you're having angles on both. And I just like that a lot. And then we pull this guard around and he can get the wrap for trash. So his trash is coming from in there. They're having to fight through everything. This backside tackle, I'm telling him kind of like what we do at a power read, in all honesty, is we're going to come up and cut off right there. That's just my opinion on it. We run 28 buck. which I liked, are 18 bucks. We have a little delay here so the quarterback can follow, and now the tailback's leading through. And then our 38 bucks is just a little front pass right there to the Y, and now he's continuing around. I actually like that play a lot. We like mixing it in and putting in the buck sweep. I think the buck sweep's a great play if you had the other plays to counteract off of it. It's that same action type thing. I think a lot of wing T guys talk about it. It's a series. It's a series. Can you make it look like what you need it to look like? And that's what I like to do. Going to take a short, brief break at this moment. I just want to talk about a guy who's helped me in my study. I like to tell people I'm going through and I'm sort of doing this studying for you. I'm doing this studying because I like it, because I'm having fun with it. For me, this is really like I'm back in school learning football again, and I am enjoying it immensely. One guy who I want to sort of share screen and sort of shout out, he probably doesn't know me from Adam, even though we're in a bunch of Facebook groups together. There's a guy named Stewart. So there we go. Rick Stewart, if you want to get anything, I've gotten a lot of his stuff. I'm ordering this wing tee installation stuff after just looking at stuff that he's done. But Rick Stewart, I've known him primarily through guys like Joe Daniel. I think he's been on with Coach Mackey before, but talking about, turning around programs. But, man, he's a big believer in the 4-2-5 and the wing tee. The pistol wing tee offense, complete installation. He runs his pistol wing tee everywhere. I think he's in Pennsylvania right now. So that's a good guy. If you can go into Championship Productions, Rick Stewart got a bunch of DVDs for guys who don't like to read. I'm more of a reading guy, but I love my DVDs too. Go in and check him out for the complete installation on the pistol wing tee. I just sort of wanted to share that with you guys. I don't want you to, there are plenty of sources you should go to. I'm sort of the guy who gives you a broad stroke of what's going on. But that's the buck sweep play. I think it can easily be bastardized for the spread offense, as easily bastardized for the air raid I told you all about. I'll flip the ball to my slot receiver, and that's, the little Clemson-esque, West Virginia-esque forward pass. So we're getting passing yards off of it, but it's a nice way to get the ball to our playmaker and get a sweep, especially if they're pressing and really trying to guard your shots, okay? That's buck sweep right now. On our next episode, we're going to be talking about sort of different odds and ends, how the jet comes into play, how waggle and crisscross come into play in the wing tee, and what you can do with those plays. But I've had fun with the deep dive into the wing tee. Make sure you come back again for the next episode. Until then, coaches, remember, if you want to win on the field, if you want to score big points, you got to dominate up front, and that's why Bigs rule the world. See you, coaches.